Hole 7, a par 3, a rather longer par 3. So we do have tee shot scenarios that we have to talk about. It's either attack or it is laying up. It's also keeping in mind that there is a zone that could be potential trouble. And this is also a hole where out of bounds, no, not out of bounds, where a force situation could arise. On the right side there is tee number 10. So golfers have to just be aware of it, but not let themselves influence by a four possibility. So we usually try and find distance to the entrance of the green and distance to the back of the green. Because it's such a long hole for many golfers, it doesn't even, the back of the hole doesn't even come into play. But it's always good to kind of like recognize, is it a driver, is it a long iron, is it layup and we lay it up somewhere in front and then we play it onto the green? Is that better than hitting a driver and hit it way off? And if we hit a driver, we have to be aware that if we hit a left to right curve, that there might be possible interference by the trees. So if we then try and play this way and the ball goes to the right, then we sometimes might lose it to the right. So that's where tee shot scenarios are being discussed, and that's always great to be able out there with the pupils to discuss how to play this hole and where to pay attention. We obviously have distance control in pitching. If we are on the putting green, on the driving range, we do practice different distances. So we have an area on the driving range which literally has every 10 meter we have a pole. So we have a 30 meter, a 40 meter, a 50, a 60, a 70, a 80, a 90 meter pole. And we can also go backwards about 40 meters. So we can stretch it up to 130. So we have the possibility to actually practice how to play 40 meters, how to play 50 meters, how to play 60 meters, because the golf course is demanding from us that we'll be able to actually hit those shots into the right distances. It's super important to realize that around the green, especially on long par 3 holes, there is going to be more pitch shots, chip shots, than that you be on the green directly. So being able to practice those shots out of different distances and then into different pin positions is usually really fun. We have a situation that I love to use quite often. We have a flag position over here, and so I'll place the ball over that side and then I make the golfer chip, and then when they chip, then sometimes this happens. So they have to learn how to use the slope to actually bring the ball back to the hole. So we kind of like play around with higher and lower flights to kind of find out how can we get the ball to where it has to go. There is obviously a lot of different pin positions which we can play to either low, for instance, with a bouncing point from here and then let it run up, or just a simple high shot that goes onto the higher plateau. Again, a lot of variability here that we can use with the people, with our golfers. And we have shots from downhill lies. We have on the right side of the hole, which is here. We can't really see it here. There is a big mound which is sloped towards the green, so we can hit pitch shots onto the green, which is really nice because it gives you a possibility to have a downhill pitch shot into a green that's elevated, which usually causes trouble. So all these kind of situations that we find on a golf course, we try and use them for golfers to learn how to hit certain shots in certain situations. So it's not just a standard chip, it's an adapted chip or pitch shot in a first cut situation, on a downhill lie, on a green that is like 1 meter up. And so it's kind of like difficult situations that golfers have to get their mind through, and then they can set up there. We set up there and we hit a few balls, we discuss and we hit a few more balls. That makes it really, really educational. So I also have a suggestion that this happens quite often. We see a lot of plastic tees, broken plastic tees lying around, and I want to ask you, please pick up broken plastic tees and bin them so we don't get them to interfere with the mowing machines. Then we do have a topic that's always kind of like something we have to discuss with people. In your golfing career, there's going to be moments when you need to be patient and just go to practice. That is usually when you are stepping out of one level and want to enter into the next level. To enter to the next level, let's say you are handicap 45 and you want to go down to 36 or 30. There's going to be a moment where you have to acquire certain abilities, and this acquisition takes a while. It doesn't just show off from one day to the next. And this is again a mindset that there is moments when you need to practice more and just be patient. Wait until your body's ready to perform the stuff that you're working. And often it's not about being perfect in these practice situations. It's just continue practice until you make the step onto the next plateau. So it's about making little steps rather than just expecting everything to work out immediately. I see that a lot in lessons, that we have to talk with pupils, that I see them impatient, I see them creating negative energy, and I just want to talk to them every time that we are in a situation like that, that this is now a moment to be patient and just to do the practice, and not to be too emotional about the outcomes, and just continue the practicing process until you're ready to actually perform what we want to perform. All right, hole number 7.